Hi, Warrior, it's Drapson here, and welcome back to our adventures in the Burning Crusade. Today, we are at the Temple of Tel Hamat, and we are going to continue our questing journey here in Hellfire Peninsula.
Do not let my eyes startle you. I might have lost my sight many years ago, but I never needed it to see the things that really matter. Ah, so you've met Seer Crive. He is a wise and gifted man. And any traveler he would name a friend is also a friend of mine. Make yourself comfortable and introduce yourself to the others who call the temple home. The Cenarian Circle has sent an expedition to Outland and, as I understand it, they are here to study what has happened and to help reverse any damage that they can. They've set up a little post just to the west on the south side of the road leading to Zangarmarsh. If you hit Thornfang Hill, you've gone too far. Would you please go and see how you might help them? Speak with Thea Redmane, as she is the one that sent the request to us for assistance. Much has changed since the days when we called this land Trainer. Parts of the land have been forever changed by the demon's taint. One such place is known as the Pools of Agonar. It was once the location of our people's sacred springs. The blood of the demon Agonar fouled the very essence of the holy waters. This fell blood has spawned foul beings that must be cleansed if we're ever to reclaim the pools. Travel east of here and slay the terra fiends and slimes that wander the pools.
The Blood Elves epitomize the irresponsible use of magic. Adventurer. They do not control magical energy. Rather, they are slaves to it, and will suffer nothing to stand between them and their addiction. They consume the energies of Outland's Voidwalkers to power their demonic magics. I've prepared a crystal charged with a spell that will allow us to neutralize a Voidwalker and sever its link to this world when destroyed. I've mostly seen the Voidwalkers in the warp fields to the southeast of Hellfire Citadel.
You probably think most broken are evil, don't you? In reality, many just lack guidance.
That's such a good voice for a broken Draena.
I too was lost. Our minds suffered terrible pain from the orcs' demonic magic. We are easily confused and taken advantage of. Demons allied with Illidan raid Hellfire daily and capture our kind as slaves. With the MoveAny, we now have hope. Travel to the ruins of Shannara, southwest of here, and slay the Illidari taskmasters, so my people may be free. Rogue flayers are mean, nasty, violent creatures, but the plain ones are like tame beasts when compared to their matriarch, Black Talon the Savage. My cousin got eaten by her, and it wasn't pretty. I swore that one day Black Talon would pay for that. You bring back proof of that monster's death, and I will give you my life savings. Deal.
That was life savings.
Some friends to kill Black Talon. Big tough friends with sharp swords. You'll find her inside a cave in the Great Fissure. Good luck.
Hear my plight, adventurer. My brother Sedai left long ago to contact the orcs of
It's a guy we just found.
For the idealist, he thought the time was right to set our differences aside and negotiate a peace with them. He's been missing for days, and I fear for the worst. Would you set my mind to rest and look for him? Sedai must be somewhere nearby to the east.
The broken that live in Outland have endured endless violence. It is of little surprise that as soon as the dark portal opened, they flocked to it in droves with hopes of escaping this land. Unfortunately for our confused brothers and sisters coming from the south, the rock flayers that inhabit the Great Fissure see them as easy prey. Go there and thin the rock flayer population so that our kin might have a chance.
You found the body of a young Draenei Paladin. He appears to have been slain by a blow to his back. With Sedai's death confirmed, you're left with the unpleasant task of returning to Obadei with the grim news. Sedai, dear brother, those cowardly orcs, he was unarmed, how could they? Leave me be, adventurer. I thank you for your assistance, but I wish to be alone with my thoughts now.
Sedai was like a brother to Makuro. We owe him our lives and more. They call Makuro crazy, but if the MoveAny are not going to do anything about his death, then they're the crazy ones. Makuro doesn't have much to call his own in this world, but he will give you his only possession if you avenge Sedai. I've seen the brown orc Magard grunts before, up in the hills to the northeast. They hate us. They don't deserve our mercy. Go avenge Sedai.
Don't deserve our mercy.
Ancestral beads as proof.
Oh goodness, you must be the help that I requested from the Temple of Telhamat. I'm glad that you're here.
We're actually in
There's
trouble.
a lot to be done.
No man, this guy's getting healed.
Welcome to the Cenarian Post, Adventurer. We don't often get company out here, but I'm grateful for the visit. My work with the creatures of this desolate land requires me to travel to many remote places. The Cenarian expedition has dispatched me to study some of the most dangerous
deserve that.
wildlife in Outland, and I've made a startling discovery. While many creatures here have already undergone radical changes, they continue to mutate. I'm collecting blood samples to document the changes, and any help would be welcome. Thank you for bringing this to me, Adventurer. I was wondering why I hadn't heard from the expedition in so long. I wonder how long ago this message was dispatched, and what befell its carrier. Here's a bit of coin for your trouble.
We've been fighting an ongoing battle to keep the pass through Thornfang Hill to the west clear of Ravagers. It would be bad if we were to become completely cut off from the refuge in Zanger Marsh. We don't want to displace the creatures. There seems to be little choice as their attacks on travelers through the area have become more aggressive. Clear some of the Ravagers out of there if you can.
You see that huge red crystal to the north? It fell from the sky not long ago, causing a massive earthquake. When we came out here to investigate the disturbance, we found all of these colossi wandering about that weren't previously here. There's definitely something strange about that crystal, and the energies that it's emanating, but I don't have time for that. Those mountain giants are my immediate concern. I want you to head up to Fallen Sky Ridge with some friends and deal with them.
The Cenarian Circle's main expeditionary force in Outland is known as the Cenarian Expedition. Though it began as a small venture controlled directly by the Cenarian Circle, it's become a large and fairly autonomous body. The expedition's
he got
leader,
killed.
ECL Windsinger, has asked us to direct volunteers to her outpost. Report to her at the Cenarian Refuge in eastern Zangermarsh. Take the main path to the west, and it will lead you directly there.
Perhaps not all hope is lost for the Dreadwood. I am one of 4 elders that guided this tribe before
Got him.
we were enslaved by the Illidari. I thought the others were dead, but I've
He'll be
slowly
back.
learned that at least 2 others are alive, chained down and powerless just as I am. I've not yet been able to find Naladu and fear for the worst. There are more huts in the ruins upstairs. Perhaps you could look for him. It would be a great boon for our tribe if all our elders were alive.
All right, well, there we go. That's a lot of quests, guys. Quite a few, actually. And we had some fun world PvP there. I enjoyed that little encounter with that shaman. He'll be back, I think. I think he's gonna let that slide. I wonder if this warrior's thinking about killing us. But that's a lot of quests, guys. We got a full quest log. 25 out of 25. Let's go have a chat with Naladu.
The Idari demons keep me here. because of my knowledge of ancient Draenei crystals and relics. They've enslaved many of my people and use us to look for a powerful crystal. One that in all likelihood is not even here. You've come to help my tribe, traveler. How unusual. There aren't many that care about the fate of the broken in this land. Anywhere you see a tribe of enslaved broken, you will also find a traitor, a despicable being who sold his brothers for promises of power. There is a hut at the top of the stairs in the center of the ruins. That's...
What the heck was
Goat's
that?
hut. He's not there right now, so you will be able to sneak in if you're patient. Inside you will find a coffer with a key. Inside of it, that key unlocks the chains that keep the Dreadwood Elders prisoner. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. Beware Heartsith, the merciless wanders nearby. I thank you, adventurer. My people will soon be free, thanks to you. The Dreadwood spirit is broken because our elders are imprisoned. Take this key and go downstairs to free them. They are Morod the Windstarer, Akoru the Firecaller, and Ilon the Waterwaker. Once they are free, the spirits will return to the Dreadwood tribe.
Alright, so we're freeing the broken Draenei elders. Pretty funny the way the voiceover Addon makes them sound. It's actually pretty good. That's how I imagined they would sound.
Souls without fire are souls that cannot rebel against their masters.
I just need one more Illidari Taskmaster. There's one right there. Maybe we'll hit 63 today, guys. I hope so.
Luck to you.
I can feel it, adventurer. The spirits are returning to us. Yes, the elemental spirits have returned to us. We are not as strong as we once were, but a little magic can go a long way in the right hands. Artset has great powers bestowed upon him by his Dark Lord. Take this staff. It was once a great symbol of our tribe. Use it against Arseth, and his powers will be temporarily removed from him. Defeat him then, so that my people may finally be free.
Alright, well, we have to wait for him to spawn. I think we'll just come back later and eventually kill him. Let's head over here and we'll deal with some Thornfang Ravagers. And PlayStation had a pretty amazing state of play, guys. Bunch of announcements. So, remakes are coming out, guys. Updating the graphics for some older games. And those games are going to be God of War 1, 2, and 3. Pretty excited about that. I never got into the God of War franchise, but I think when those remakes come out, that could be the time to get to hop on that. That'd be pretty cool. I do have a PlayStation 5. Got one like last year. I barely like play it, but I got one in for Grand Theft Auto 6 because I really wanted to play it when it comes out. And it was like a pretty good deal that was going on when I purchased it. Canadian government was not allowing just remove taxes for the holiday season. I think not this past Christmas. Oh my gosh. Getting ganked over here. But yeah, they not last Christmas, but I think 2024 Christmas going into 2025. Damn, I used my own hands. They just removed taxes on like gaming consoles and snacks and stuff like that. I don't know why the heck they did that, but they just did it for the Christmas season. Maybe it was to stimulate the economy a bit. And I was like, you know what? It's a good time to buy PlayStation because it's like 13 to 15% off. No sales tax. So I jumped on that. And I assumed that GTA 6 would be coming out in May this year, but it got delayed. It got delayed to supposedly this fall. It could get delayed again. We'll see. Wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, God of War 1, 2, and 3 going to get remade. That would be really cool. This guy, Alliance? Invite. No, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. You're the man. Yeah, big W. Big W right there.
Hello, stranger.
Shout out to the dwarf priest.
True adventurer. I was once Naladu, the keeper of Earth. It was I who betrayed the other
he's the betrayer.
For empty promises.
Wow, what a surprise.
You can despise me now if you wish to. What matters is that my tribe is free once again, and that the spirits have returned to us. I will not be joining the rest of the tribe, but I can die in peace now. May the spirit of Earth find a new servant among my brothers.
Alright, well. A lot of Horde scum at that quest over there, so we're going to avoid that for now. Couple ganking parties. Try to get these Hellbore blood samples. And they also announced Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2. Which will include Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Never checked those, never played those either, but supposedly it's a big deal because you could only play those games on the PlayStation 3, but now you're going to be able to play those on the PlayStation 5. And I assume these games will probably come to PC eventually, maybe. We'll see. Who knows? Can we get blood samples here? Oh, it just drops off of them? Boomkin's pulling all the pigs. Pounce, mommy. Gotta watch out for that guy. This other druid's watching him. He's like, yeah, I don't like that he's taking all the pigs. Me neither. But let's pounce, mommy. Leave him alone. And a new Castlevania game supposedly coming out as well. A lot of people seem to be excited for that. Another franchise I've never checked out. The classic game, though. It's like an old school Super Nintendo game. I was more of a Sega kid. You want a buff? Here you go, man. Give you some wisdom. He's not giving me intellect back, though. Getting that pig. No intellect for you. These mages these days, man. They don't like giving us intellect. Not too bad of a quest. Yeah, out of all of that, I would probably check out God of War. Be cool to actually, like, go through that franchise. See if we can pull it off, but... WoW never ends. That's the thing. The thing with World of Warcraft. There's always something new coming out. Well, we'll see. I think I could fit, like, another franchise in and check it out. But that would be a good time to do it. And I assume it'll probably just be on the PlayStation, so... Get me to, you know, get the PlayStation going finally. Maybe Steam will get it. We'll see. Steam does sort of have a chokehold on, like, buying games. Like, if I'm going to buy a game from somewhere, I kind of prefer to buy it from Steam. This guy's doing a... This guy's doing an escort quest. Gotta watch out, though. We're getting kind of close to a Blood Elf town here. This is like their Temple of Tel Hamat. Okay, so we'll head down into here and we'll deal with these stone scythes. And then we'll be doing some slave pens, guys. I'm looking forward to that. It's a dungeon everybody likes to do, especially when you get a heroic or heroic daily. It's like the one everybody wants to do. Do you have enough for him?
No matter, I imagined you were sent here to give us a hand. Let's get to work then. The Arakoa are smart creatures, smart as ain't no you ever met. They have this way with magic, and a violent temper, however. Lady, they take into attacking honor hold patrols, which is why we were sent here. See, Mirren and I are world-famous marksmen we are, but feld and game are what we specialize in, not these, lightning-invoking birdmen. So what do you say? You give us a hand in this one assignment. You'll find the Den of Halesh to the southwest. So Honorhold sends us to deal with the Arakoa, and we set up camp here thinking, hey, isn't this a great spot? Little did we know how close we were to the Quillfang Ravagers. They are relentless predators, and have made any sort of work on our part impossible. There's a bit of coin in it for you if you can deal with them for us. Do you feel up to it? So you want to gain our trust? I don't trust many people these days. We lost one of our own not long ago to the Arakoa. It's got me a bit on edge. Tell you what, if you can prove your loyalty to Honor Holden, bring me a mug of Netherguard bitter. Yes, that sounds rather good about now. I'll have a deal to offer you then. Bernie and Netherguard keeps the bitter in stock.
You can handle 2 of them here. Got some hellboar bacon. Let's get ourselves a food buff. 20 strength. Food buff, that's pretty good. That hellboar bacon. Yeah, and the raids are out probably by now. People are probably already doing Karazhan. Is she looking for group? Just want to see what's getting spammed. Shattered hulls. Layers. Guild spam. It should be out soon. What day is it? Does it come? I think it's next week. Right? When are we allowed to do Karazhan? February 19th. Okay, yeah, never mind. Wow, so much time, guys. That's what I'm saying. No rush. Got a whole week. We could potentially get 70 by then. If I play enough. Kind of fun to do. Try to finish. The thing is, you don't have to be like 70 on the 19th. You have another. When's that? Thursday? You have another like 4 days to clear Karazhan before the lockout. Thing is that not only do you have to get 70, you have to get Karazhan attunement. So we should probably look into that. I didn't do that last time, the Karazhan attune. So like when I started playing, I think it was like the beginning of the beginning or end of phase 2, so I didn't have to do the attunement. So I was loving it. Just got to go into Karazhan. But yeah, that's another reason why like taking your time is better. Like eventually you won't even have to do the attunes. There's no rush, guys. And if you compare the loot as well from yeah, Karazhan's a 10-man. 24 stam, 22. Let's see the Nightbane gear. Nightbane gear is like the best stuff in here. Here's a cloth chest, 27 stam, 29 intellect, 24 spirit, 24 crit, 32 spell and healing power. And a chance when your harmful spells land to increase the damage of your spells by up to 130 for 10 seconds. Let's look at another piece here. Chest card of the Carnivore. This is an Agi, leather Agi chest. 37 Agi, 36 stam, 22 hit, 90 attack power. So let's go to Zul'Aman. Yeah, the Zul'Aman stuff's way better. Look at that chest from Zul'Jin. Or that head. Is there a leather chest here? But if you started playing from at Zul'Aman, you can get like a full set from Zul'Aman and you'll be like right in there. And people will be spamming Zuluman all the time because they'll be trying to get their big bear mount. We'll probably get one of those. So you always have time, and there's always people still doing Karazhan when that's out as well. And Tempest Keep, Serpent Shrine Cavern. Black Temples, people will still be doing that to get Warglaives. But usually when the guilds, like, you don't really have that much time to do all these raids, but there will be pugs doing Serpent Shrine Cavern, Tempest Keep when Sunwell's out, but most guilds will just do Sunwell and Black Temple. I think that's what we were doing when Sunwell came out. Because you want to try to get more Warglaives, right? And there's pretty nice loot in that dungeon as well. Avru's Orb. That's up top here. Yeah, there's Avru. We have to wait for him to spawn. Should we lair? I'll just wait. We can lair. Let's fight stuff and wait, I guess. And I've been checking out the Classic Plus survey results. What I get from it is that people want like to make Classic Plus. It's sort of like TBC. Like the classes, all the classes are like pretty damn strong on TBC. Good class representation. Spec as well. They want summoning stones at dungeons. So it's a lot like TBC. Just you don't have flying. It's pretty much what Classic Plus will be. In my opinion. I think that's how it will be. Which is good. That's the one thing about TBC that's better than vanilla is pretty much every spec is pretty good. You can bring it to raid. And there isn't like one spec that's like, you know, leaps and bounds ahead of another one. Like Warriors compared to Red Paladins. Alright, so we're kind of just waiting for Avru here. We're the only ones waiting, so... There he is. Nice, get him. Go, we got his orb.
I sense you're not of the Arakoa, so I will attempt to barter for my freedom. My name is Eranas. I once ruled over the eastern winds. The Halashi mage of rule trapped me inside this orb. Find the altar. The Arakoa used to enslave me. It is hidden to the southeast of the Arakoa's den. Approach it with the orb and give it to me once I'm free. In exchange for my liberty, I'll reward you.
What the heck? We just got layered. That's why I think TBC hardcore, like if they do TBC hardcore, it's not going to work very well. You just randomly get layered. You're like, oh, I'm dead. There goes your character. The thing is, they don't really have a hardcore server for it. That's another thing that kind of sucks. I was hoping that it'd be cool if they released one. Because it's not really the same, right? Like, hardcore is so much better when there's a hardcore server, because everybody's that you see is is trying to play hardcore. If you play on, like, you know, they probably play on Dream Scythe or something like that, then, you know, you'll have so many 70s flying around you, and it just wouldn't be as cool, in my opinion, as the past, you know, hardcores on Classic. She might be in trouble here. Good, we can actually focus on this one now. Finish him off while he does the hurricane. Okay, good. Now let's see if I can survive here without having to bubble. But I don't think it'll be as cool as Classic. It'd be cool. I don't know why they don't just release a hardcore server for TBC just for fun. It's an anniversary hardcore server. It won't last forever. It would be awesome to see if they could actually, like, I think they'll get through. They could get through Karazhan, like some guilds, but Tempest Keep would be pretty tough. A lot of one-shot mechanics in that raid with the trash. But the problem is it's pre-nerfed, or it's post-nerf, I mean. So even if you do complete the raids, it's not like the actual, like, it's amazing if you do, but it's still not like the original raid, I guess you could say, because it's the nerfed version of it. We have to wait for him to spawn? Kind of like disappeared. The spawn rate here is it's kind of insane. It would be cool if they had a hardcore server. I would check it out. I think it's not that... I think that the challenge of leveling, though, to 70 is probably not that bad. Like in Outland, you can die. There's some elites and stuff, but the vanilla portion of the game, 1 to 60, is it's a bit easier, that's for sure. Because a lot of the mobs that are elites originally are not elites in TBC, so it's not really the same. So you could arguably say that leveling in vanilla might be harder, getting your character to 60 in vanilla compared to 70 in TBC. I would think that it's harder in vanilla. Like, these characters are pretty damn strong, man. In TBC. Average magic, it still controls me. You must fight me, mortal. Okay. We will fight you. Oh, he does a lot of damage. There we go, we fought him. Average magic is broken. I'm free once again. Freedom I've yearned for is finally mine.
This orb I regain my liberty. Take your reward, mortal, so that our debt may be settled.
It's a nice back. Some neck here as well. 12 agi, 18 stamp, 26 attack power. These things are so annoying. They're spawning on... Can't even check things out. Might kill me here. Good, he did Hurricane. We'll bandage while he does that. Wait for our swing to come back. Alright, we'll just take the neck. Thinking about taking an intellect item, but...
Take your reward, mortal, so that our debt may be settled.
Boss Ninja. This guy gonna gank me? No. Leaving me alone. Okay, so we'll head over here, and then we'll deal with these stone scythes. This ability is using. And another problem with having like hardcore on a PvE server, not on hardcore server, people can grief you and stuff. It's not as fun. I remember when they used to do that, like before they had official hardcore servers, people would play rogues and like stand on top of like mobs and wait to be targeted, like high level mode. Like high level rogues, like they would stand on top of like say one of these whelps, and then you target it, but instead you target the rogue that's on the opposite faction, and then it brings you into like a PvP scenario because you're in a, say you're in the Barrens in your alliance and you're doing a quest there. So then it turns on PvP and they just kill you and you lose your character. Well, you'll lose your Soul of Iron, that's for sure. That doesn't really happen too often in the hardcore servers. At all, actually. I think you can't really do that. Get over here. Yeah, Paladin's awesome in TBC. I hope they make Paladin somewhat like the TBC Paladin if they do a Classic Plus. Yeah, just a lot of dungeon spam. But there will be quite a few Karazhan pugs going up, especially on the 19th. Wonder what we'll be at by the 19th. Maybe like at least 65, I think. But who knows? Maybe 64. So we just have alphas now. Let's bring them over here. This guy's enraged. Alright, we're done. Looks like we have Black Talon to deal with. Might get ambushed here. And quite a few quests to turn into Quillfang Ravagers as well. Probably a lot of 70s. Just want to put 70 in. Probably easily find 50. Or /U 70. There's a bunch of them. They're all doing heroic dungeons. Alright, so we'll head over here. We'll finish off Black Talon. Maybe we'll make our way down here and check out an ambitious plan. To find the cave here, I think it's just down here. Yeah. Oh, poor shaman. Oh, it's a whelp. The shaman died there. Alright, well, hopefully... Oh, man. Oh, nice. Nice guy. Let's buff him up. Can't really give him any buffs, so give his pet a buff. Him a buff too. I think he's probably leveling both characters eventually. This guy's just healing the warlock. You can taunt here if you want. Here. Take the damage, big guy. Nice. Let's drink up here. Make our way out. No, ladies first. There we go, they got him. See you later, guys. Alright, so what should we do? Should we head over here? No, we'll probably go this way. I'll turn this quest in. We'll do that later. There's Wilkie. There's a shaman. Always a lot of horde around here. Kind of strange. The Skitter is like just sat there watching. I thought he was going to come over and attack us for sure. Yeah, the questing's pretty chill. Not bad at all. Not really competing too much. Sometimes there's a lot of horde in an area on a PvP server. Could get ganked or camped. And for the most part, it's pretty chill. We rarely ever get attacked. Usually this zone's like the worst for world PvP. You know what I mean by that is you usually get attacked quite a bit.
How are you? Great job, adventurer. I hereby proclaim you an honorary Longbeard. Stay around and have a drink with us, won't you?
Got some Ravagers to kill. This place is always kind of a pain. Pools of Agonar. Always a lot of people there. Cool thing. Ravagers. We're like the only ones here farming this place. The layers are going right now. I think the layers have gone down. The last time we checked was like at 13. Yeah, it's at 12 now, guys. See, it's going down. The weekend tourists have came and left. That's crazy. I wonder how many people just like bought a boost and then did the launch and was just like, you know what, I'm done. Probably quite a few. I would assume probably quite a few were like probably did that. Or people either, you know, they grinded to 70 and now they're gonna take like a week off, wait for Karazhan to come out. That could be it as well. But we were at 20 layers. It's like the most I've ever seen. And we're getting close to 10 now, which is still a lot. But we'll see how long it takes to get back down to that normal 3 to 4 layer amount. That's how much there was during Classic Anniversary. After like after the phase 1 phase, it slowly went down to like 3 to 4 layers. I think TBC will probably see the same thing. Maybe when Midnight comes out, a lot of the retail players that were just coming to check out TBC for like a little bit, maybe they're just gonna go back to retail once Midnight comes out. I might check out Midnight. We'll see. I'm not getting the 3-day early access though. I'm not paying extra. I'm not gonna pay for that. I hate that they do that. Blizzard does that now. It kind of ruins the launch. It's like one of the it's a special day for an expansion, and they're now putting a paywall behind it. I think that's, I don't know. It's kind of silly. But they probably make more money from it since they keep on doing it, right? People are clearly buying it. I think it started with Dragonflight, and then they kept it going with the war in the War Within. Let's see, these guys are invading. Just need one more here. There's one right there. There we go, another quest down. We'll turn in rampaging Ravagers. And we'll go on like a little quest turn-in spree here. Make our way back to the Temple of Telemat. Not a bad session. I thought we would maybe get 63, but it's looking like it'll be kind of close. See how much we get for these quest turn-ins.
Well done, adventurer. That should teach those beasts who's boss.
Get him.
I bid you welcome, adventurer. Well done, adventurer.
That guy's
These
gonna
blood
kill us for
samples
sure.
will prove helpful in my research and in the expedition's wider studies of Outland's creatures.
Poor rogue.
If I could isolate what causes these creatures to change continuously, perhaps I could concoct an antidote. I think there's something we can use in the blood.
It was easy honor, though. 18 honor for that. He's just standing there, level 64. I think he was AFK. Not a good place to AFK. For people like normally go to turn in quests.
Don't look at me like I've lost my mind. It's a common theme in nature. Often, the cure for something can be derived from the toxin itself. That's just what I aim to do. Ridding the boars of their
I'm getting
demonic
close.
influence would probably eliminate their aggression.
Nice plate
and
gloves.
Give us insight into how to best attempt to help other species.
You've done well, adventurer. It is always unfortunate to have to resort to taking a life, even when it's that of a dangerous beast such as the Rock Flayer. You have my thanks
Less
for
armor,
carrying
though.
out this grim task.
You did it. I'm in your debt, adventurer. Look at all the dreadhoods that are showing up. Under
Yeah.
my guidance, they'll learn all about the old ways.
was
You'll
good.
see. Yes,
Let's disenchant it.
remember these sharp claws. Take this reward, adventurer. That was a dangerous
Go through
task
arcane
you just
dust.
did. You deserve every bit of this reward.
Alright, guys. Well, there we go. That was quite the questing session. We are 1 bar away from level 63. Next episode, maybe we'll be back in the Blood Furnace again, or maybe we'll do some more questing. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.